Alright, welcome back to another episode of Aoi Tori. I gave up on a Tinic morning worship, but it's being on my mind enough for me to pop into the chapel. I'll at least offer up an apology. And he's in front of the altar, where I'm stopped in shock. Oh, it's been tidied up beautifully. I look over to the candles. All the ones that were running short have been replaced. Then I check the front by the entrance to find the holy water in it replaced. What's more, the floor and window sills have been swept. Mary must have done it during the night. And a great job she's done. Her father had been a priest, apparently, and so I imagine she used to help him out. I find more examples of Mary's hard work after I finish praying and head to the kitchen. Breakfast has all been taken care of. Wow! A pot on the stove filled with pork miso, plates of boiled spinach, and pickled vegetables wrapped in cling film, all beautifully arranged. Stop talking about food, otherwise I'm gonna go pray on my Papa John's. Even the lunchbox sets aside for later. All I do done before I went to sleep was place some rice in the cooker, but when I opened that, I find even that hasn't escaped her handiwork. White rice sits there, seasoned and flavored. It all looks amazing. The chapel was a surprise, and now this has left me feeling moved. Sure, I eat food made by others at the Academy cafeteria and its cafes, but none of that food was made specifically for me. None of it by a cute girl. I could get used to this. This is what happiness feels like. I bet I do feel even happier if I could eat this with her, but I think that's aiming too high. Wanted to thank her, but worried about what opening her door in the middle of the day might do, I decided to send her a text. Thanks for the food. I'm about to eat it. She's either asleep or embarrassed, as I get no reply. Excited, I start getting ready to eat. Usually I do take my meals into the reception room, but since I'm short on time today, I'll just eat at the kitchen table. I put my hands together and say a prayer. For what we are about to receive, may the Lord make us truly grateful. I should say a bit more, but today I'll have to admit it. Look at you, Mary. Amen. I immediately pinched some rice between my chopsticks. I've been in charge of looking after myself ever since I can remember, so I'm pretty confident in my own cooking ability. Hence, I'm starting to get competitive, doubting there's any chance she's better than me. So I take a bite. Dear Lord, this is good! I'm in shock. The seasoning's a bit too light for my tastes, but that allows the natural flavor of the food to stand out more. Everything she used to make this I had lying around anyway, so we were on a level playing field, but she's blown me out of the water? Fortunately for me, she clearly didn't inherit the culinary skills of your average British person. At this point, I receive a text. Bad manner though it may be, I continue to eat as I open it.
口に合うといいんだけどね。夜は一緒にご飯を食べよ。
The delightful message makes the food taste even better. Heck yeah. Later on, the nice weather makes today even better. After clearing away my breakfast, I headed out for class. Since I didn't have to make breakfast myself, I have plenty of time. I'll do it. I look back at my residence, still walking forward as I reach a decision. I'm going to tell Mary everything tonight. Everything about myself and my circumstances. I do already plan on talking about it, but there hadn't been enough time the previous night. Right then, my phone starts beeping. Aren't you supposed to be asleep? It's a call this time, not a text. I usually don't receive calls at this time, so I wonder if it might be Mary again. Only to discover caller unknown displayed across the screen. Sure sucks that just not answering isn't an option for me. I mean, it's literally gone out of my phone screen whenever that mystery person calls me. I'm 99% sure it's that devil, but on the odd chance, it might be a girl in need of help. I have to pick up. I reluctantly take the call. Mush mush?
Ohayou gozaimasu. Goshujin sama?
Hello. I know it's you. The voice may sound cute, but I find myself scowling. People are gonna get a wrong idea about you if you start showing up on bright, lovely mornings like this one.
昨日の夜から徹夜をしていて、これから寝ると考えれば不健康な生活だと思いますが。
Right. It's logically sound, I'll give it that.
まあ、僕は悪魔なので睡眠を必要としませんが。
I think you've built up enough power for an hour chat then. Let's skip over the meaningless small talk. There are too many questions. However...
いえ、せっかくなのでご主人様にモーニングコールをしようと力を無駄遣いしております。
That's literally a waste! I find myself shouting. I've got a lot of things to ask you, so save up that power and call me back when you can spare more time.
今日も生き生きとされていますな。
No, I'm just angry. Do you really think putting a positive spin on things is gonna calm me down?
ご主人様は僕と話している時だけ性格というかキャラがブレておられませんか？
Don't act like I'm the one at fault here, moron.
お褒めいただきありがとうございます。ノルマ達成ですね。
It takes everything I've got not to hang up the phone this instant.
まあまあ、人生における無駄こそ楽しく美しく価値のあるものではありませんか。
Don't be... Oh, that's not bad. I almost object out of habit, but it's actually a rather nice moral. I'm not going to think any better of you after one good phrase.
そもそも最底辺の地獄在住でございますからね。ちなみに最底辺は僕たちにとっての褒め言葉です。
The voice says without a hint of sarcasm or malice. What exactly is this all about? I do thought this Della would have mentioned Mary already, but they show no signs of doing so. If they're not aware of her, then I'm certainly not going to bring her up.
夜のためにも朝のご挨拶はこれで済ませますが、あなた様の下僕として無駄なだけの存在と思われるのは心外ですから、一つ本日の2時間目の数学の授業で抜き打ちのテストがあります。では良い一日を。
The call disconnects. Recognition? I doubt it. More like an educated guess after researching the people around me and finding one of my teachers preparing for a test. I could almost see this as useful if it didn't feel so wrong. I will know things that we humans cannot. I remind myself again that this... but just one more of the tricks in the devil's playbook. Yet I can't help but since I'm going to be preparing for the test awaiting me in second period. Stop cheating. Regardless, I return to my daily life. Girls bustle out of the dorms, making their way to class. They paint a picture. Their chic black uniforms contrasting with the wintry morning and classical buildings. Though no picture could capture the cheerful laughs and bright smiles of these refined young ladies. A group of students catches sight of me and proceeds to greet me with a chorus of "Good morning, father." Morning. I return with a smile. Only second and third year students, those who are used to me, will say hello. The first years will always stare at me, cautious and curious if the sole male to attending a girls' academy. Come spring, or at least the latest summer, they'll have grown used to me too. When will they call me daddy though? It's a question. I changed into my indoor shoes and entered the building. I didn't get a chance to explain to Mary, but wearing different shoes inside the school building is one of the academy's traditions. It might seem strange, given that my residents in the dorms are so westernized that it's perfectly normal to wear outside shoes indoors. I've even collapsed into bed without taking my shoes off before. You do think based of this that one could wear outdoor shoes in the school buildings too. But it seems as far as the outside world is concerned, changing into indoor shoes is considered normal. I continue on to the second floor, where I find my classroom. With the AC blowing heat and a heavily feminine scent, it always feels like I'm walking into a gingerbread house. Since I'm so conspicuous, I receive even more greetings than when I was walking outside. Good morning, everyone. I reply at the entrance before promptly taking my seat. At this point, no one's really focused on me. I'm pretty well accepted by my class. Teachers and nuns have said that the classes I'm in are far calmer than ones with only girls. Something about having a single male in the room reminds them to act more ladylike. Though that's not the only reason I don't get strange looks in class. You don't need to say that out loud to everyone. Everyone non-exists, that is. I muttered to myself, thinking about how I'm going to sum this all up for Mary later. And then...
Ohayo, Rick-kun.
I lurch up straight as someone jumps onto my back. Not in the lab?
今日もリックンはいい反応。
That's RR? That's a confusing title for a machine. Thanks, anyways. The person still on my back whispers into my ear with a giggle. Who are you? You startled the life out of me, Kasabi-san. Get off of me, already. This girl is a classmate and a friend of mine. Or rather, the only girl at this academy I can even call a friend. I feel like an idiot having to talk to my bag though.
いつも言ってるけど、Mikakoでいいよ。
Wait, you've never said that.
それはそうだよ。7ヶ月くらいずっと思ってたんだけど、口にしたのは今日が初めてだから。
Okay, well, would you mind getting up my bag now? I like the feeling of her pressing up against me, but our pillows aren't that different, so she's really being down on me.
Mikako って呼び捨てにしてくれたら降りてあげる。抱きつかれたままでいたいから、わざと引き伸ばしてる？
No. She whispers teasingly in my ear, sending a shudder down my spine. Okay, fine. Please just get off of me, Mikako-san. Jeez.
はいよん。
She hops down and walks around in front of me. The boy, the daddy. of the school.
Aoi Tori-kun, 次は3もダメだ
I
か
mean the
らね。
father, priest, the exorciser. The girl, Akasabi Mikako, sits with a cat-like grin. And I'm left frowning like a rat. Come on now, let's give me that. I mess around with my color to escape the overwhelming embarrassment. It's the first thing in the morning and the whole class is staring our way. Mikako is the only one they're really staring at. The reason I don't stand out much here is simply because this girl stands out a whole lot more.
継承とか邪魔だよ。人の名前を呼ぶごとに2文字か3文字は言葉が多くなるんだから人生で考えるとすごい時間のロスになるよ。
She says matter-of-factly. I guess it's kind of is a fact, come to think of it. Mikako, I get where you're coming from, but it's going against every instinct I have.
理解できるのに納得できないんだ。変なの。
Normal people don't have minds that line up perfectly with their instincts.
私普通じゃないし。
Yeah, good point. I bet that Mikako's mind and instincts are in total sync. She's a true rich girl, her parents celebrities in Kirihara town proper, donate frequently and generously to the academy. The girl herself is known to be a genius, or as some might put it, an eccentric. Mikako might seem as bright and shitty as Miri on the outside, but internally they couldn't be more different. Her carefree attitude comes down to her being emotionally defunct. In other words, it isn't that she doesn't have emotions at all, but that she deals with them internally before she can display them like any other person would.
りっくんの困った顔は面白いな。
She flashes a smile as she spreads a notebook open on my desk. Oh, okay.
ところで相談したいことがあって投稿してくるのを待ってたんだけど次のテストをどうしようか迷ってて。
You are? There's less than a month left until our finals, but it's not like Mikako even needs to study for those. I glance down at the notebook. Not a hand up studying adorns its pages. It's a list of ideas.
第一候補は50点満点のテストで55点を何教科取れるか勝負することで。
Why don't they just skip over to impossible?
その方法を考えるのが面白いんだよ。
If I were to explain what's happening here, I'd just see that she's trying to decide how to get the most fun out of our exams.
第二候補はテストを作った先生たちの誕生日を点数にするの。
How would you do that?
点数を書くところに月の数字とスラッシュを先に書いておいて点数を日にするの。
Right. Maximum of 31 days in a month. So it's possible with a 50-point test. I wish I could see the surprise in the eyes of the teacher marking that test.
こっちのアイデアは5点刻みが多いテストの点数でどうやって端数を取るかが大事だね。
Maybe the parents wouldn't be so happy about the score test being banned, but hey, it's teacher's birthday! Who cares if I got 9 out of 50 points? You know? You have the strangest studying methods.
どっちの方が難しいと思う？
The teacher's more likely to figure out the birthday one, so that might be more fun. None of the teachers are going to complain about her grades at this point. By all rights, she should have skipped several grades, if not already gone into specialized training. So why is she still here, you ask? Because she too is a bird. Mikako's youngest child, which would normally mean she has the least claim to inherit her parents' business. she's so incredibly brilliant that her other siblings have been pushed to the side. That makes this academy her birdcage. Mikako looks up at me inquisitively.
なんだかりっくん、今日はご機嫌？朝から何かあった？
Huh? Why is there a chalkboard for payments in the distance? I don't know what minute change she picked up on or how she did it, but it makes me panic. A whole lot has happened. Mary, vampires, devils. I'm not doing anything wrong by allowing Mary to live with me. Mary will probably find out sooner or later anyway. So I may as well just tell her. But not now. Not when the prying ears of my classmates might overhear. Might be worth mentioning now.
じゃあいいや。
She gets my hand and doesn't press the matter.
ところで、歴史の先生やっぱり妊娠してたんだって。
Yeah, I thought she was. It's an abrupt topic change, but I'm just glad it's something mundane. People had been gossiping about how the stomach of our history teacher, who's obviously a woman, had been getting bigger. She's a married woman nearing her 40s, so she'd been drunk for a while. Good for her.
先生が夏休みに帰省して旦那さんとやることやったんだねってことと、3ヶ月過ぎて流産の可能性もなくて安心だねって誰かが話してた。
Yeah, it really reminds me that this academy is for girls when you go into so much detail. I'm barely even conscious of any of that.
子孫を残すことは種の繁栄には不可欠だし、すごいことだよ。
Your phrasing is as weird as always, so just take that to mean you think pregnancy is a good thing.
なんとなくだけどね。私はそういう意味では劣勢だし。
She says as casually as anything. This is a girl who's on good terms with everyone, but never tries to truly get close to someone. An emotional deficiency means that she knows not friendship nor love. She understands the concepts, of course, but they don't follow through to actual feelings. The strong among us feel no need to be a part of a flock, which makes her the only girl who has schmecks with me for pleasure alone. Oh, she's done it with you too, huh? Not that she's inquired as of late. Then the bell rings. Our chat is over.
Oh.
The signal brings Mikako to silence. She proceeds to return to her seat. Honestly, we didn't manage to finish talking about our history teacher. Not only is this academy for girls, but all the staff here are women too. They're very understanding about pregnancies and childcare and give out generous time off. It sounds as if the teacher is already on maternity leave, so we'll be having a substitute teacher. I hope the substitute doesn't affect our finals. Then smile wryly at how ordinary that Todd is. The rest of my day is nothing special. I just leave my seat and plop down on the floor and watch the ceiling. I mean, the teacher allows me. Just a usual day of classes, unless I break my neck in a weird way. The devil's prediction came through with a pop quiz awaiting me in the second period. For lunch I ate what Mary made me. It was great. That period was gym class, which I take separately from the female students. I just focused on running. All alone. Sixth period sees me struggling to stay awake, suffering from a combination of lack of sleep and post-exercise fatigue. And then... it's home time. Students head out in drips and drabs, going to their clubs or to hang out with friends. Now that I've seen the world of the extraordinary and unexplained, familiar sights like these feel like a glimpse into a distant new world. I should get going too. Classes may be over, but I'm not quite done at the academy yet. I'm not only a student given special treatment, but a part of the faculty. I head into the staff room on the first floor. There I ask if there are any messages or errands for me. Being the only male at this academy, even if not a particularly well-built one, I often end up tasked with the manual labor. Today I'm tasked with carrying the kitchen waste from home. DC class and leaves swept up from outside over to the trash dump. That's a lot more trash than from a typical family garbage can, so it's heavy. With great effort, I make the round trip between the school building and take a dump and the dump on the edge of the Whistles Car Park. Taking about an hour in total. Scoping and a dump on. Yeah, read it correctly. Whew, we didn't take a shit anywhere outside. By the time I'm done, I'm all hot and sweaty. At least I'm free now. Usually I do go back to my residence and do my duties in the chapel at this point. But today I have one more thing to do at the academy. I'll go back to the staff room and talk to the eldest nun. I ask if you have any information about the time before this place became an academy? The time when Mary lived here? Thanks to the importance this academy places on tradition, I'm in luck. We have several folders worth of documents. Hey. I borrow them and take them back to my classroom to go through them. There are two things I want to confirm. First, the accident that Mary and her parents got into. Second, if there are any inconsistencies in her story. I believe her, but I gave an excuse to none in particular. But conditionally trusting someone at their ward isn't fate. It's irresponsible, negligent. And I am a priest. And to some, a daddy. Religion and science are not incompatible. Belief can coexist with logic. The first words of someone going through hardship are often, "I'm fine," or "It's nothing." They'll say it with a smile. A sad lie. Now was that to deceive someone? You must be able to see through those lies. This is the wisdom passed down from those unable to see through other people's sad lives, and who became burdened with greater sadness as a result. And, I'm not a god. Nothing is absolute when it comes to humans. If anything, being human is what causes mistakes to happen, no matter the amount of preparation. No matter how strong or pure of heart you are, the wounds will continue to build up. I look over the documents in silence. Before I know it, the sun streaming through the window has taken a reddish hue. It's only 5 o'clock, but the dark will creep on you in an instant in this season. Most of the information contained in the folders is in regard to the buildings that were turned into dorms, with little to nothing on the people who used to live here. Happenings in a place this remote were unlikely to have seemed worth recording. But I spotted. Oh. Yelled out, faded. A clipping from a regional newspaper. Its archaic language makes it hard to read, but not completely in the Indesirable. Indesirable. I think that's the right word. I remember now, before googling it. Right. It was an appeal for information regarding the disappearance of a young girl, Mary Harker. Her story was true, but she lied. Get out. Stop. But you lied about the circumstances of her parents' death. They hadn't died in an accident. According to the article, they do been murdered in a robbery. By the time I get back to my residence, the sun has set. It's night, Mary's Day. I have no intention of telling her what I learned. In fact, I plan on telling her more about myself. I wonder when the devil's gonna contact me. Hopefully I'll find out why it insists on being my servant. And maybe I'll at last find out just who I am.
へえ、そうなんだ。普通の人じゃないとは思ってたけど。
I hear a voice when I open the door. It's Mary's? Who could she be talking to? It's coming from the reception room, so that's where I head first and find Mary on her phone.
あ、リツくん、おかえりなさい。
Hey yo. Thanks. I whisper so as not to interrupt the call. It's surprising to find her talking to someone, but I guess she must have made some friends on her 100-year journey. I make the head back to my room when...
そうそう。リツくんが帰ってきたの。電話を代わる？
Huh? She's talking about me? Some people don't like the thought of strangers knowing about them, but it doesn't bother me. I'm more than used to being talked about. It's strange that Mary hasn't taken that possibility into consideration, though.
リツくんに電話を代わってくれって。面白い友達がいるんだね。
Is it that stupid pearly devil again? I took the phone from her. What friend?
悪魔さん。
It's you! I shout into the phone.
おかえりなさいませ。ご主人様。
The voice rings from the phone, which has suddenly gone to speaker mode. How do you know Mary's number?
嫌ですね。朝ちょっとお話ししたときに、あなたが教えてくれたではありませんか。
No, I didn't. Huh? Did I? No, I hardly think back. Wait, no, I didn't.
記憶喪失とか別の人格が現れたのかもしれませんな。いやー、二重人格とかかっこいい。
Stop acting dumb! I thought the devil calling me this morning was just one of her games. Maybe she was actually accessing my phone to get Mary's number? I turned to face Mary. I promise I didn't tell her.
ああ、リツくんはそういうことはしないと思ってたから、そんなに慌てなくていいよ。
Mary seems to know the devil is lying. That's good.
というか、リツくん、悪魔さんと話してるときは、年相応に生き生きするんだね。
No, I just get angry.
無駄話をしていないで、本題に入りましょうよ。
You're the one making a mess of things in the first place. I shout and sigh. I take a breath and calm down. Okay, I'm gonna stop the episode here, and we're gonna find what we're talking about in another one. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go eat some pizza.